Welcome all to UC Merced Commencement. We will be beginning the program in approximately 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the University of California Merced's 12th Commencement. This morning, we will be honoring graduates from the School of Engineering and School of Natural Sciences. At this time, we ask that you please fill in available seats toward the middle of your row to permit easier access to seating for the guests that have yet to arrive. We also ask that you please turn off or silence your cell phone and collapse any items, such as umbrellas, that may obstruct the view of others. Thank you for your cooperation. We prepare to begin the ceremony. The academic procession, led by the Grand Marshal and candidates, will make their way across the Scholars Lane Bridge. Now, I leave you to enjoy a moment of anticipation as the formal procession is about to begin. Academic ceremonies such as convocations and commencements are structured in accordance with age-old customs. One of these customs is the academic procession. This morning's procession will feature 3 distinct groups. First to enter the venue will be candidates for graduation, the class of 2017 from the School of Engineering and the School of Natural Sciences. We are pleased to have over 600 graduates walking in today's ceremony. They will be led by the Grand Marshal, Valerie Lappert, professor from the School of Engineering, carrying the university mace. entering the venue are the faculty, representing the schools of engineering and natural sciences.
Now entering the venue is the official party, led by Chancellor Dorothy Leland.
Good morning. I'm Tom Peterson, the Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor, and I welcome all of you today to the University of California Merced's 12th Commencement. Before we begin our ceremony today, UC Merced would like to pay tribute to those students who put their education on hold to serve in the United States Armed Forces. To those students, we say thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Carlos A. Nunez. He's a mechanical engineering major from the School of Engineering, and he will perform the national anthem. Everyone, please remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Carlos. Everyone, please take your seat. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to this 12th commencement ceremony this morning. I'm particularly pleased to welcome the parents, extended families, friends of the graduates of the class of 2017. This is indeed your day, and I speak for everyone of us seated here with the Chancellor on the stage today when I say it is truly an honor to be able to share this special time with all of you. This commencement celebration is a joyous and a public event. Hundreds of our students will be collectively conferred degrees today from the University of California. But among those hundreds of graduates, the story of each individual student is unique. It's the story of the environmental engineering major from Los Baños, who began as a laborer and worker at Livingston at a water treatment plant, and found his way to Iraq with an engineering firm as a wastewater treatment technician. 4 years in Iraq and then 2 years at Merced College led to his eventual admission as a University of California Merced student. It tells of the transfer student from Visalia who commuted daily to UC Merced to earn an applied mathematics degree and will now pursue her teaching credential at Fresno Pacific University. And it's the chemistry graduate who volunteered at the inpatient pharmacy at Mercy Medical Center for over 2 years and will enroll this fall in the pharmacy program at Western University of Health Sciences. And it's the story of the bioengineering graduate who grew up in Winton, tutored for organic chemistry classes, and served as an intern for an award-winning sweet potato vodka distillery in Atwater. and she will continue her studies in an equally award-winning Master's Brewer program at UC Davis. These are the initial chapters of the stories, the chapters that we know, chapters written by individuals who will walk across the stage today. But beginning today, new chapters will be added. And one of the greatest joys that we in the Academy have, if we're fortunate enough to spend our entire career within the university, is to be able to watch and celebrate the growth and the contributions of our students as they graduate and move through their lives. A key element in your education has been the outstanding faculty members who have taught, mentored, and guided you this day. In order to recognize them for their commitment to excellence and for imparting their knowledge and love of learning on the assembled graduates, I would ask that all the members of the faculty in attendance please rise. It is now my great pleasure to welcome to the podium our Chancellor, Dr. Dorothy Leland.
Good morning, everybody. What a glorious morning to celebrate your academic achievements on UC Merced's 12th commencement. It's actually the culmination of so much work and so much effort, so many hopes and dreams, and it is absolutely my favorite ceremony and my favorite time of year. Now, as you know, today we confer degrees on students who have completed or nearly completed their baccalaureate and graduate programs in the School of Natural Sciences and School of Engineering. Yeah. So commencement is a time to recognize the accomplishments of our students, but as each of you know, these accomplishments are assisted and benefited by the support of so many others, your family, your friends, your teachers, your mentors, and others who saw potential in you and helped you to achieve your dreams. And I know that many of these special people are with you today or watching at home, sharing in this great moment. So, graduates, you'll get tired of sitting, so I'm going to ask you to stand just for a moment, and let's give recognition and thanks to all of those who are here with you today that have been so vital to your success. And I want to give a special shout out to moms, because tomorrow's Mother's Day, so thank you for being here with us, moms. You know, this day is also really, you can sit. This day is also really significant to us as educators. You are the reason we do what we do, and believe me when I say that you inspire us every day. I routinely hear from faculty and others that UC Merced students are among the most passionate, dedicated, and motivated students that they've ever seen and work with. It's easy to forget how young our campus really is. You are all pioneers, helping us to build a culture of inquiry, discovery, and learning that will last for generations. Now soon, you'll hear from your student speaker, Jocelyn Fadiga. Jocelyn, who's wonderful. Jocelyn moved here from Africa 8 years ago, the youngest of 13 siblings. Yeah. And I'm going to give away her secret. Her mother recently got her visa, and so her mother, the reason, as you will hear, she wanted to give this speech was to have her mother be here with her, one of the reasons, and so her mom is here in the audience. So welcome, Jocelyn's mom. So despite sometimes working 2 jobs, she took advantage of early research opportunities on campus and has worked tirelessly to engage with and serve her new community. Now, she has a remarkable story to tell, but so do every one of you. Commencement is one of those occasions in life when one can truly step back and take note of courage, commitment, and dedication that it takes to accomplish great things. Think of the countless hours you spent in these buildings, studying, learning, conducting research, and along the way, having a little fun. You knew that this would not be easy. Many of you arrived here with doubts to overcome, personal or financial challenges that drained your time and energy, and competing priorities in your lives. But you did not lose faith in your abilities or the belief that you had something extremely important to accomplish. And you did. So let's have another round of applause, this time for you. Your degree is the key to a bright and rewarding future that may have seemed unreachable not so long ago. You will leave here today as proud alumni of the newest campus in the world's most respected public university system. I want to say that again. The world's most respected public university system. Okay. And you will be ready and able to make significant contributions in a world that desperately needs your ideas, your problem-solving skills, your compassion, and your willingness to question, explore, create, and innovate. We are proud to recognize your achievements today, confident in the knowledge that you are well positioned to become the next generation in a long line of University of California graduates who are reimagining our world. Over the years to come, we will observe with pride and joy your continuing successes. So my role today, and indeed my honor, is to congratulate each of you on behalf of the entire UC Merced community as you cross this stage and enter the next chapter of your life. And we're sorry the wind has sort of played havoc with my notes. And so, I have one sentence left. And so, it is with heartfelt joy for you and your loved ones and great hope for the future that I say, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Leland. And if it sounds like there's a hurricane up here, it's because there's a hurricane up here. It is now my honor to introduce Miss Leslie Slayton Brown. Brought to fan club, I see. Ms. Slayton Brown, who was actually born and raised here in Merced, is the Chief Diversity Officer at HP Incorporated. With over 20 years of experience in the technology industry, she has the unique ability to design and align strategies across organizations and drive business outcomes with corporations, startups, and nonprofits. Under Ms. Slayton Brown's direction, HP is reinventing its culture by infusing diversity and inclusion into its company values. In 2016, Ms. Slayton Brown was named Woman of the Year in Technology by the Silicon Valley chapter of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women. She also received the 2016 Multicultural Leadership Award by the National Diversity Council. Twice recognized as a top executive in marketing and advertising by Black Enterprise, and as a top influential woman in corporate America by Savory Magazine, Ms. Slayton Brown is a true champion for social change and social mobility. As a former Big Brothers Big Sisters mentor, charter co-founder and chairperson of Volunteers for Youth, she's also sat on the board of directors for the Boise State University Foundation, the Boise State University Alumni Association, and the Idaho Black History Museum. Ms. Slayton Brown holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communications from Boise State University, where she was a star athlete for the women's basketball team. And I would say, following this Mother's Day theme. Her mom is one of the nicest people I have ever met. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Slayton Brown.
Hello, seniors. Hello, class of 2017. And congratulations to all of you. Whether you're the first in your family to graduate, or you are one in a long line of graduates, you have accomplished something wonderful for yourselves, for your family, and for your communities. I am so happy I am honored, let me be very clear, honored to be here with you this morning. Graduates, parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and everyone else, thank you for being here. And thank you, Provost Tom Peterson, I'm sorry, on this side, for that wonderful, kind introduction. I'd also like to thank the Chancellor, Dorothy Leland, Provost Tom Peterson, and Deans Mark Matsumoto and Juan Meza. Your commitment to your students and to your school, you lead as an inspiration to us all. I appreciate the time that I've had to spend with this group of folks. They're very genuine and passionate about what they're doing for their students. And I'm honored to be here and to be a part of this. When I mentioned to a colleague at HP that I was going to be speaking here today, delivering the commencement speech at the University of California, Merced, my hometown, he reminded me that Michelle Obama was the first graduation ceremony speaker for the full graduating class of UC Merced in 2009. It was the first commencement speech that she did after becoming First Lady. But it was my mother who recalled that UC Merced students really campaigned hard to get the First Lady here. They organized a letter writing campaign. Mrs. Obama received thousands of letters from students just like you asking her to visit, and it worked. Now I know there was no letter writing campaign to get me here today, and I'm okay with that. Or if there was a letter writing campaign, well, those letters must have got lost in the mail. But whether it was that inspiration, the administration, whoever inspired the administration to ask me to join, I'm glad it did. Because I am deeply honored to be here with you today as your commencement speaker and incredibly humbled to follow in Mrs. Obama's footsteps. It's true in life, we are always following the footsteps of others. People who have accomplished great things, people we admire and whom we are inspired by. People who have fought for rights we have taken for granted today. People who have stormed the barricades, disrupted things, and changed the world. And while throughout our lives we continue to follow in their footsteps, to acknowledge those accomplishments and the doors they have opened for all of you and for me, today marks a new beginning. With graduation from college, it's your time to begin your own march forward, to begin to take steps that others will one day follow, to open new doors, to lead. Graduation is a word with several meanings. It refers, of course, to an academic exercise such as this, which speeches are delivered and diplomas are conferred. It also means moving on, advancing from one thing to the next. I've thought about both these definitions and mulled over what I can say to help you start whatever the next thing is for you. Those footsteps that will have meaning, that will resonate, that will help you start to think about the world and the place in the new world and in different ways. And because I am who I am, I'm an African-American woman who was raised right here in Merced, in this community, whose family still lives there. My family should be saying something right about now. Woo! someone who as a child, I wasn't surrounded with a lot of material things, but by a lot of family and a lot of love and support. I'm a daughter, a sister, a cousin, an aunt, a wife and a mother, a professional who has been building her own career for decades, an executive who has spent the majority of my career not only in corporate America, but in the technology sector, and a person who, to put it simply, went from the farmland of the San Joaquin Valley to the corporate campuses of the Silicon Valley, a place that Reid Hoffman, who is founder of LinkedIn, has said is more than anything just a mindset. My thoughts about what to say to you are necessarily filtered through that multi-layered and that multicultural lens. We see the world through our own experiences after all. So here's what I want to say to you, class of 2017. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Take what has been given to you. Take what you have worked so hard to achieve these past few years at school. Take all you have learned and all you have dreamed and move it forward. You are tomorrow's leaders, and that's what leaders do. Whether you join in a large company or strike out on your own as an entrepreneur or business owner, or whether you focus on raising a family and being an active member in your community and in the world at large, or as most likely, you do all of those things and more. You don't just walk through doors, but make sure that throughout your life, you're constantly discovering new doors, opening them and ushering in those behind you. We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about progress and prosperity for our communities, Cesar Chavez said. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and needs of others. I'd like to think my ambitions were that broad and that I've acted on them in my career. I've always been interested in problem solving. As engineers and scientists, I think you can relate to that. I've been interested in understanding why a particular set of problems existed, what brought them on, what their impact is, and how I can help reduce an impact in order to help other people move ahead. Let me give you an example. As someone in the technology industry, I know firsthand the hunger we have for brilliant people like you. I also know that girls and boys of color are underrepresented in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, known collectively as STEM. And that while the gap had been narrowing at some point, and for some reason, it stagnated, it stopped narrowing and started widening again. In fact, even though computer and IT jobs are projected to grow 12% by 2024, faster than the average for all other occupations, there are fewer women in computing programs today than there were 20 years ago. And that's despite the billions of dollars companies in the Silicon Valley alone have invested in educational programs since 2009. What happened? Where's this disconnect? Well, I was lead investigator on a project to find out why. We did research to find out what was influencing people and when along their journey they were impacted. And what we discovered was that the path to the STEM disciplines started early in people's lives in elementary school. Often, it ended early too. So working with HP, the YWCA, Purdue University, the College of Art and Sciences at Santa Clara University, also folks from right here at UC Merced and others, we created a nonprofit app called the Curated Pathway to Innovation, an online guidance counselor of sorts. It uses gamification to encourage students, kids, starting as early as 4th grade to become interested in STEM and stick with it over time. It gives support identifies targets, provides incentives, and tracks and rewards progress. It helps those students identify after school and summer activities like robotic camps and coding classes, and to keep them engaged throughout their days and all year long. Ultimately, we want to create a pipeline of students for schools like UC Merced, students who will one day be leading innovators, thinkers, and doers like you. People who will change the world for themselves and for others. I'm not suggesting that you should solely live and work or do for others, however. You have to do what you want to do, what you love to do. What I've just described is what I love to do. I've tried to lead in an area I am passionate about. It's how I bring it on. In fact, I subscribe to the notion put forth by Confucius, a philosopher, who said that if you do what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That sounds trite, I know, but if you think about it for a minute, you'll see that it's true. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Confucius understood human nature and those characteristics of ours that no amount of time, technology, therapy, or even Botox can change. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. In this context, of course, he's using work as a synonym for uninspiring labor done out of obligation or necessity. But if you do what you love, there's certainly still effort involved. There's toil, there are setbacks, there are challenges and difficulties that face you every step of the way. But when you do what you love, the labor you do is the labor you've chosen. All the sweat is in service of something that is meaningful to you. You're not working solely for the purpose of earning a paycheck or making your parents happy. Instead, you're working with purpose. The work is joy, and the end result is tremendously gratifying. I think in a way what Confucius was saying is to always remember that in life, you are in charge. Be in charge of your own life. It sounds so obvious, doesn't it? Yet at the same time, we get so wrapped up in things, so busy trying to balance work and family and community. It's easy to forget that we are making choices every day, every minute. Time flows forward and we flow along with it. Going with the flow, if that's what we do, is a choice we make. But there are other choices. There are better choices. It's especially important to bear this thought in mind as you start this new post-UC Merced phase of your life. And I don't think that you, or any of us for that matter, can be reminded of it enough. You are in charge of your life, your own life. Being in charge is about how you relate to choices, the choices you make and responsibilities you shoulder, and allowing yourself to be open to new experiences, new vistas, new horizons. So that's what I want to start for you today, a lifelong conversation you'll have with yourself about your place, not just in the world, but your place in your life. Today you graduate, and tomorrow you all start exemplary lives, extraordinary lives. That's a bold, maybe even presumptuous thing to say, I know. But I also know in my mind and in my heart that your lives will be extraordinary. I know this because I know the degree in which your mind has been trained, your mettle has been tested, and your ideas and conclusions trusted as graduates of UC Merced. You have been given the foundation to build a life for yourself, and now you are your own general contractor. Once again, you are in charge. Okay, so as far as metaphors go, that's it for me. Though I believe in everything I just said, I know that the sentiment behind it and the experience from which that sentiment springs can only have so much impact on you today. That's because, as anyone will tell you, as hard as wisdom is to acquire, it's even harder to pass on. Wisdom comes not only from Confucius, but from living, from working, from family life, from traveling, from reading, from art, from dreaming, from making choices, both hard and easy, and from the lumps and bumps we all inevitably experience as we move through life. But I'm a realist too. There's an unspoken agreement between those who invite graduation speakers and the speakers themselves that their speech will, to the best of their ability, pass along nuggets of wisdom. Graduation speakers and wisdom go hand in hand. In fact, when I was invited to join you here today, one of the things I heard someone had said about me was that I had a story that needed to be told, a story about how I got from, quote, here to, quote, there. But I can tell you that when I was sitting where you are now at my own graduation in 1988 from Boise State University in Idaho with a degree in communications, like many of you here today, I don't really know where there was. I had no clue. I was on the verge of being in charge of my own life for the first time, and I was trying to figure out where I was going. But I did know where here was. In part, it was Boise, where I'd gone on a basketball scholarship and spent 4 years. But it was also here, literally here, as in Merced, where I was raised. I'm from a large, tight-knit family, 5 kids altogether, cousins, aunts, and uncles, all of us in Merced. These are the people I saw day to day. I went to elementary school through high school right here in Merced. My father was a laborer. My mother worked in management for the federal government. My extended family were entrepreneurs, teachers, most likely out of necessity, probably due to discrimination in some cases. During the summers, my grandparents kept us busy. We fed pigs, we collected eggs from the chicken coop, we did gardening, and by the way, we did organic gardening long before it was the thing to do and as expensive as it is now. I played sports, I played lots of sports. My family demonstrated hard work every day. We were taught to study, to be kind to others, to do our best, and to always be well behaved, not only for our own sake, but because we represented more than ourselves. We represented our family and our family name. We were an African-American family with a little American Indian thrown in there on my mother's side, in a town that was fairly multicultural before the word multicultural was a part of everyday dialogue. There were other Black families in town, Hispanic families, white families, Asian families. I had gay relatives, family with physical challenges, and some who even fought for our country. Was I aware of racism and other forms of discrimination in the world? Of course I was. But when you come from a strong and respected family, from right here in Merced, you can be protected by things to a certain degree. I was comfortable here amid all the differences. It was all I knew. And then Boise came. It was the first time in my life I was regularly the only person of color in the room, in the dorm, in the cafeteria, even on campus. Pretty much wherever I went, I could go an entire day and not see another person that looked like me. But along with my clothes and books and other belongings I brought with me to Boise, my work ethic and that sense of community I learned here in Merced. And as a student athlete in my hometown and in Boise, I learned about teamwork, leadership, and collaboration. I understood the importance of working together and looking out for one another. I may not have been totally conscious of it at the time, but that was a powerful mix, one that seeped deep into me and that has been the foundation of my professional life ever since. I didn't set out to become a professional promoter of diversity and inclusion in the corporate world or the world at large. I just set out to be me, a person of color, a person who, like the writer and social activist Langston Hughes once said, did not take but for an answer. A person who, like all of you, has had her own unique life experiences. You might be sitting there thinking, well, who else would you be, Leslie, but you? But the truth is, as anyone of color or anyone who is a minority may know, it sometimes feels easier to not be you, to withhold your perspective, censor your ideas, hold back your insights and observations, to get along by going along. Today we call that masking, going through your days hiding in plain sight who you really are. As I progressed through my career, I saw that I did my best and others respected the best in me when I was myself, plain and simple. And when the atmosphere in which I worked encouraged me to be myself, to bring my perspective and life experiences forward, to let it inform my thinking, my actions, my choices, and my decisions. In other words, when I took off the mask, or better yet, never put on the mask, remarkably, Confucius also said, I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. He knew more than 2,500 years ago that when you are your true authentic self, you will make the greatest difference, have the most influence, and create the most far-reaching impact. You will also be your happiest self. Today, as I head global diversity and inclusion at HP, I know from both experience and observation, as well as from empirical evidence, that you being who you are is among your greatest gift. That you being who you are makes you not just valuable in the working world, but invaluable to whomever is fortunate enough to hire you. At HP, we call our diversity inclusion strategy a BIG strategy. BIG, B-I-G, for belong, innovate, and grow. As we at HP seek to reinvent our culture, we are at the same time embedding diversity and inclusion into everything we do, and we're making sure everyone can go big, can bring who they are, and are who they are. That's how we as a group of individuals and we as a company will be more creative, more innovative, more successful, and more prosperous. At companies like HP that live and breathe innovation, we cannot succeed without you. Nor can we succeed without those young kids, those junior experts in STEM, some of whom may be using that Curated Path app right now. Without the real authentic you, we cannot have broad and deep perspectives. Without the real authentic you, we cannot understand what people want, what they need. Without the real authentic you, we cannot identify the challenges that lie ahead nor rise up to meet them. Without the real authentic you on our teams, we cannot make a positive difference in the world, change lives, change how things are done, or ultimately become the companies we want to become in order to successfully compete in the global marketplace. We need you to see the world through your eyes, and you need one another for the same reason. After all, we are, any of us, only so capable of seeing the world through another person's eyes. But when we band together as ourselves and share our lives, share our perspectives, and embrace the fusion of insights that results, that's where the magic happens. I know this to be true because I see it every day at HP. So when we talk about the here to there spectrum, now I know where there is. I work at a company where I am able to be my authentic self, to bring myself to my job every day. I'm there. As you plan your future, as you seek out your kind of organizations and companies you want to ally yourselves with, look for those where you belong as your true and authentic self, where you can, as I do, walk in fullness and wholeness every single day. In closing, let me once again congratulate you on your graduation. The hurricane decides it wants to come in now. And as importantly, I leave each of you this morning with the hope that you will remember every day of your life who is in charge of your life, and as importantly as you are, and to be your beautiful and authentic self at home, at work, and in your communities. No letter writing campaign necessary. That class of 2017 is among the greatest contributions to the world you can make. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Leslie Slayton Brown. I would now like to introduce our student speaker, Jocelyn Fadiga. Ms. Fadiga is a chemical sciences major with minors in applied mathematics, sciences, and writing. She served as a scholar of the DARTS program, Degree Attainment for Returning and Transfer Scholars, California Alliance for Minority Participation, and summer cardio-renal undergraduate research experience programs, a volunteer for Merced County Project 10%, an editor for the UC Merced Undergraduate Research Journal, secretary for the Materials Research Society, and a member of the Chi Alpha Christian Fellowship. Ms. Fadiga conducted research both on and off campus. She worked in several laboratories, including with Professor Patricia Lewang's lab and at the University of Alabama in Birmingham. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Ms. Jocelyn Fadiga.
This is unreal. Thank you for the kind words of introduction. Good morning, members of the administration, faculty and staff members, fellow graduating students, friends, and family. I am a transfer student who moved to the United States 8.5 years ago and to Merced the summer of 2012 from a beautiful country on the West African coast called Côte d'Ivoire. I am the youngest sister of 13 siblings and the first of my siblings to attend college in the United States. Yes, I was raised with the awareness that the boundaries imposed across global communities are artificial. So I considered myself a global citizen and never shied away from travel whenever finances and logistics allowed. I moved to the United States not only for the prospect of a better future for myself and my family, but also to satisfy my itch for adventure and wanderlust. In the United States, I experienced depression, pain, loneliness, homelessness, hunger, and poverty. However, one aspect of the journey I have undoubtedly found critically important is the people. In fact, beyond tangible resources and information one can get to make life easier, the people you meet can make or break you. They can help create a soil where one's dreams burgeon and flourish, or they can be detrimental to one's development and crush one's spirit. This speech is an ode to the people who made life easier for me as an immigrant and as a student, the friends who became family while I was away from mine, the professors who encouraged me and emphasized my potential, even after I failed an exam, thinking that it was the end for me. The supervisor who offered flexibility at work and embraced my individuality. The peers and colleagues, fellow Bobcats, with whom I studied, rejoiced, and cried. This moment, like many others in the past, and certainly in the future, affirms the saying, it takes a village. Because it took a village for each of us to stand here today. Because we stood on the shoulders of giants, such as our parents, who sacrificed so much for us to be here today. Because we have siblings who look up to us and support us. Because we carry the hopes of our communities who expect so much from us. I would like to seize this moment to propel each and every one of us to be the change we have dreamed of, to give back to the community which sprouted us, to look inward for strength and outward for the needs which we can address, especially in these times of uncertainty. We now, more than ever, should seek to be self-aware and yet in tune with the world which surrounds us. We are often the answer to our own prayers. Today, I would like to encourage and inspire us to utilize our degrees and the knowledge acquired in this academic space in ways that benefit the most vulnerable among us. To the university's administrators, staff, and faculty members, I want to take the time to acknowledge your efforts in creating an inclusive and student-centered campus. However, I also express the necessity to do more, to do better. As the smallest UC campus to date, we have the opportunity to be trailblazers. And if, as a campus, we pride ourselves in being home to the most diverse student population, I encourage us to truly show our pride in the ways we serve that population. May our actions and policies follow suit. We should aim for a practice of science which not only allows us job security, but also addresses the needs of the vulnerable community which houses this campus. It is, in fact, not too lofty a dream for a small campus in the middle of the Central Valley to take the lead in showing our nation what compassion, inclusion, and unity looks like. With equal intensity and transparency and determination, we should seek to address and shed light on our moments of pride, but also on instances in which the university falters and doesn't serve its students so well. We should listen to the cries of students asking to be heard, to be seen. We should not take for granted, nor should we dismiss the voices of young people, all young people, because when the students thrive, the university shines. That being said, class of 2017, I would like to congratulate every single Bobcat and say, be proud of your achievement and remember that many others, talented individuals, could not be here today. Be proud of the person you've become, but remember, there is more work ahead of us. Be proud of yourself for the hurdles you've overcome, and remember this victory as you face new challenges. I leave us with this quote by Nelson Mandela, who said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead." Congratulations, you did it!
Thank you, Jocelyn. Well, graduates, we are now at the moment you have been waiting for, the conferral of your degrees. The degrees conferred by the University of California attest to the scholastic achievement and thus represent the fulfillment of the university's primary responsibility of teaching. As a reminder, degrees will be officially awarded following certification by the Office of the Registrar that you have, in fact, satisfied all of your requirements. So first of all, we will confer the doctoral degrees, followed by the master's, and then finally the bachelor's degrees. And at this time, I'd like to invite Chancellor Leland and the Dean of the Graduate Division, Marjorie Zatz, to the podium for the conferral of the advanced degrees.
Thank you. Thank you. Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Chancellor Leland, I am honored to present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all the insignia, rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Doctoral graduates and faculty advisors, please proceed to the platform. Now, we are very proud of the accomplishments of each and every graduate here today. To ensure that every graduate's name can be heard clearly, we ask that you please refrain from using air horns and other noisemakers. Have your cell phones turned off and remain quiet and in place until all of the graduates have been individually recognized and the ceremony concludes. Thank you.
Presenting the doctoral degree recipients from the School of Natural Sciences.
Julia Clark, hooded by Arnold Kim. Anusha Madashani, hooded by Harish Bhatt.
Walt Joseph Lungen.
Lasith Adihari, hooded by Romel Marsha. Jason Carl Dark, hooded by Suzanne Cindy. Stephen Gregory Dale, hooded by Christine Isborn. Yu Hong Zhang, hooded by David Kelly. Suleiman Satori, hooded by Kevin Mitchell. Crystal Yi, hooded by Gabriella Luntz. Nicole Madfis, hooded by Kara McCloskey. Joanni May Zumker, hooded by Masashi Kitsazawa. Ruben Rodriguez, hooded by Rudy Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of doctoral degree recipients from the School of Natural Sciences. Please join us in congratulating our newest doctoral degree recipients. Presenting the doctoral degree recipients from the School of Engineering. Rebecca Brianne Abney, hooded by Asmaret Asafah Bern. Andrew Lee Zumker, hooded by Elliot Campbell. Lauren Marie Scheibelhut, hooded by Michael Dawson. Jesse Wilson, hooded by Michael Dawson. Yan Juin Su, hooded by Roger Bales. Nathaniel Alexander Bogie, hooded by Temrat. Yen Jiang Chin, hooded by Dr. Tung. Uma Shatini Ramasamy, hooded by Ashley Martini. Sha Li Hu, hooded by Ashley Martini. Wen Jun Gu, hooded by Michael Modeste. Angelo Kirilov, hooded by David Noel. Mehdi Barami, hooded by Florin Rusu. Shou Liu, hooded by Stefano Carpin. Brandon Stark, hooded by Yongquan Chen.
Now,
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of the doctoral degree recipients from the School of Engineering. Please join in us in congratulating our newest doctoral degree recipients.
congratulations to our newest doctoral recipients. We will now confer the master's degrees. Will the master's degree candidates please rise? Chancellor Leland, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Masters of Science or Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science or Arts with all those insignia, rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Master's degree recipients, please proceed to the stage.
Presenting the master's degree recipients from the School of Natural Sciences. Sarah Parkhurst.
Bravo, Sarah! Bravo!
Christine Hoffman. Shoshil Vasquez. Evan Dosher.
Bravo, Evan!
Alex Beltran. Mylene Singhal. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of candidates for advanced degrees from the School of Natural Sciences. Please join us as we congratulate our master's degree recipients. Presenting the master's degree recipients from the School of Engineering. Shati Zahiri Zarabi. Argavan Alomatzos. Alexander Levin. Joseph Crockett. Joy Marie McDermott. Matthew Gian. Wei Liu. Ying Ding. Hanbin Tao. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of candidates for advanced degrees from the School of Engineering. Please join us as we congratulate our master's degree recipients.
It is now time for the conferral of the baccalaureate degrees. We will confer the degrees and have candidates cross the stage by school, with the School of Natural Sciences, followed by the School of Engineering. And as we get started, I would like to invite Dean Juan Meza of the School of Natural Sciences to the podium and thank you all for your patience as we recognize each one of our graduates.
Will the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Natural Sciences please rise? Chancellor Leland, I am honored to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Natural Sciences.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you your baccalaureate degree with all the insignia, rights, honors, and privileges, responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Bachelor degree recipients, please proceed to the stage as your row is called.
As we get started this morning, I'd like to take a minute to recognize a very special bachelor's degree recipient. This past March, we lost one of our students, Priyanka Saini. Priyanka had completed sufficient course credit to receive her bachelor's degree in biology. And this morning, we're honored to have with us Priyanka's brother, Parneet Saini, who will cross the stage to receive Priyanka's diploma. Priyanka Saini, awarded posthumously.
Presenting the bachelor's degree recipients from the School of Natural Sciences. Maria Gutierrez. Andres Escalante. Jocelyn Fadiga. Blas Cerna. Linda Vong. Matya Vong. Destiny Murray. Aaron Deason. Bruno Gazzolo. Jessica Truong. Emmanuel Alud. Theong Lee. Angela Yu. Christina Kim. Jaspreet Johal. Kieran Kanth. Timothy Rian Isto. Estevan Beltran. Diar Awal. Cecilia Barba. Nimra Emud.
Good job, Nimra!
Allison Watt.
Good job, Allison!
Diego Iram Cruz.
Bravo, Diego!
Frank Matthew Burdo.
Go, Frank!
Jamie Luong. Anna Pan. Alexander Adiyar. Alvin Rafu. Jesse Ramirez.
Good, Jesse!
Ricardo Ramos.
Bravo, Ricardo!
James Alexander McIntyre.
Bravo, James!
Robert Porter Amidon. Isaac Daniel Campos. Sherman Yu.
Go, Sherman!
Tiffany Wen.
Job!
Ani Win. Nikum Lee. Mavi Win. Johnny Yang.
Job, Johnny!
Taron Crowder.
Good job, Taron!
Jeffrey Lean. Santiago Gonzalez Garcia.
Bravo, Santiago!
Marcos Lucero. Justin David Rico Cole. Gabriel Martinez Morabe. Chris Neal Michael Nair. Sean Alexander Haw. Brian Gielan. Nathaniel Penate. George Julie. Stephen Chi. Jason Nguyen. Brian Stewart. Julian Cuevas Zepeda. Beato de la Fuente. William Delmas. Nachima Zabihi. Vihun Wen.
Congratulations!
Michael Aguilar.
Good job, Michael!
Linda Forth.
Good job, Linda!
Brandon Son. Mike Facio. Jaime Moreno.
Bravo, Jaime!
Guillermo Najarro.
Bravo, Guillermo!
Lexus Reyes Polimos. Reina Tron. Samantha Ankawili. Tiffany Show.
Good job, Tiffany!
Hakirin Boutal. Lacey Odell.
Good job, Lacey! Congratulations!
Andrea Pedraza. Barbara Mello. Najeli Cazares.
Bravo, Naomi!
Dan Young. Michelle Ta. Anne Nihaisal. Krishna Patel. Christopher Shepard.
Bravo, Chris!
Samantha Wooldridge.
Bravo, Sam!
Jessica Flens. Simran Josin. Sean Quarnstrom. Jeremy Bodwin.
Good job, Jeremy!
Bianca Cardenejas.
Bravo, Bianca!
Vanessa Arias. Benny Escobedo. Ramiro Barraza, Jr. David Delgadillo. Kathleen Larson. Shada Parto. Jose Garcia.
Bravo, Jose!
Gurleen Atwal. Manpreet Atwal. Diana Dow. Lindia Tan. Aaron Stacy. Kevin Shen.
Bravo, Kevin!
Dylan Tom. Alfonso Abenez. Julia DePaz. Stevenson Taon.
Good job.
Shahriar Bastami. Daisy Pacheco. Ying Liu. Christian Montez. Kyle Cabazares. Aaron Fong. Pete Mua. Peang Vang. Jasleen Man.
Bravo, Jasleen!
Kiran Ahmed. Karandeep Karar.
Bravo, Kieran!
Ajay Baniwal.
Ajay!
Asmita Singh.
Asmita!
Amandeep Sanhira.
Amandeep!
Rajdeep Gill. Patricia Luna. Karina Arroyo.
Bravo, Karina!
Adali Chavez. Monica Molina. Gilbert Sepulveda. Heather McIntyre. Jose Lima. Samuel Halalufia.
Bravo, Sam!
Andrea Larios. Daisy Ramos.
Bravo, Daisy!
Brian Castellanos. Michael Montoya. Saeed Asgiar.
Yes, sir!
Emmanuel Perez. Edward Corena. Rocio Calderon.
Bravo, Rocio!
Carlos Alvarenga. Christopher Shed. Eric Ayala. Ryan Bruno.
Bravo,
Sam Kilofes. Angel Enriquez. Christopher Tamo. Faye Sapon.
Christopher!
Tendeep Bajwa. Stephanie Gonzalez. Batir Al-Grayir. Sylvia Albazurez. Chris Lau. Andrew Ho. Nazmeen Muhammad. Danielle Garcia Cheda.
Bravo, Daniel!
Nank Fan. Linda Fu. Carly Silzusen. Ashley Sindelar.
Bravo, Ashley!
Yvette Ortiz.
Yvette!
Alejandra Silva. Myra Martin. Jessica Williams. Carol Gavilan. Natalie De La Cruz.
Bravo, Natalie!
Quinton Cuse. Joseph Andrade, Bijan Orgel, Bridget Smith,
Bravo, Bridget!
Carol Katutan,
Chris!
Hilda Ortiz, Ella Muranan, Joyce Long,
Good job, guys!
Cindy Lee, Adrian Ko,
Good job, Adrian!
Manulan Samfayan, Yannick Jane, Jareen Jose, Jason Fukamoto, Michelangelos Llanos, Nishal Lal,
Bravo, Nisha!
Marwa Aljohair, Destiny Mabry,
Good job, Destiny!
Rachel Stanitsky,
Bravo, Rachel!
Molly Easter,
Molly! Bravo!
Chris Sapinoso,
Good job, Chris!
Jason Dorado, Aspen Fernando,
Bravo, Aspen!
Dara Kiani,
Bravo, Dara!
John Gemelos,
Yanni!
Andrew Kurd, Yvette Serrano, Robert Merchado, Angela Lahi, Teresa Tran, Maivan Lee, Amrit Bir Singh, Manuel Villarreal, Antonella Yusuf,
Bravo, Antonella!
Jasmine Bonilla,
Jasmine!
Azuzena Serrano, Manuel Reyes, Jessica Alavardo, Amber Espinoza, Lorenzo Kiambo, Victor Yang, Lon Nguyen, Anthony Abarca, Juan Centeno,
Bravo, one!
Abraham Gonzalez,
Bravo, A!
Corinna Mucius, Samantha Villa, Amanda Zamora, Claudia Marmejo Aguado,
Bravo, Claudia!
Tiba Ali,
Good job, Tiva!
Jessica Diaz, Samantha Wang, Laura Bilatu, Ilyas Lintz, Sagar Gyar,
Yes, Sagar!
Jaime Guzman, Junine Riauno,
Janine!
Kendall Yvette, Gabriela Moreno, Bianca Astorga, Jacob Navarrete, Alex Huang, Andrea Contreras, Leslie Chan, Karen Provencio, Sarah Khan, Brenda Hernandez, Nicole Ann Alexander, Maria Diaz Boltor, Kuljit Baines, Jocelyn Santiago,
Good job, Jocelyn!
Stephanie Yupanqui,
Good job, Stephanie!
Jody Torrio, Swarnjeet Breer, Myra Lazzo, Samuel Lopez, Vanessa Avalos, Angeline Hoi Ten Lei, Dylan Huang, Jennifer Toy, Michelle Zhang, Larissa Williams, Emerald Jones, Catherine Chua, Pavali Priyanka, John Torrio, Rajun Singh, Mason Silva, Isaiah Mwantunawa, Horace Nguyen, Carl Posedas, Eric Provencio, Zachary Gan, Brandon Justice, Brandon Tong, Jasmine Juarez, Claudio Contreras, Abigail Joy, Yusuf Karbala, Jesus Ungiri, Eric Pacheco, Josette Mendiola, Emilio Kazdada, Maylin Vin, Shravani Milavarapu, Maloney Shaw, Sarah Argelino, Michaela Hoyt, Mackenzie Hoyt, Yuyan Zhang, Yasina Sanchez, David Chun, Nathaniel Esteban, Nicholas Weishumpayan, Danielle Ward, Gabriela Zevreda, Cody Green, Alex Moreno, Avery Kznek, Amanda C., Gian Crosswhite, Reza Jujambani, Fabian Hormozy, Brianni Walker, Ruben Jaquez, Janet Villarreal, Vanessa Garcia, Isabel Zambrano, Christian Diaz, Adriana Mendoza, Jesse Hernandez, Damneet Moody, Lovish Honda, Jasdeep Singh, Garja Sooner, Whitney Doe, Imredeep Gill, Georgina Alkuri, Giovanni Campbell, Sonali Puri, Kimberly Rodriguez, Jessica Valencia, Danicia Simmons, Kachi Achor, Charles de las Peñas, Calvin Chan, Sonny Alazidi, Steven Jones, Tierra McKee Grebe, David Gallardo, Jessica Landos, Garmia Kumar, Selmawit Tafiri, Mati Buri, Andrew Tron, Randall Wynn, Jeanette Pena, Ana Teles, Jeffrey Leonin, Itzel Portillo, Stephanie Acosta, Daisy Mota, Jacob Egger, Samantha Marr, Aman Lachenfall, Kyle Radonovich,
Good job, Kyle.
Miller Wright, Daniel Neff, Stephanie Aguayo, Ranika Maharaj, Monica Ventura, Theda Kin, Ana Marquez, Kimberly Cuevas, Joseph Meyer, Ruby Alberto, Alexis Del Real, Magdalena Morales, Anlong Deep,
Bravo, Ann.
Chamaka Ubaya, Jessica Emmerich, Jessica Matarani, Breelyn Lett, Madison Hinckley, Amy Boyer, Sana Griffith, Austin Perry,
Good job, Austin.
Eileen Robledo, Christina Puga, Emily Suyun, Vincent Jalipa, Benjamin Lai, Jacqueline Perez, Josephine Sanchez. Natural sciences and engineering. They just did that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of baccalaureate degree recipients from the School of Natural Sciences. Please join us in congratulating our newest baccalaureate degree recipients.
We will now confer the degrees for the School of Engineering. And I would like to invite to the podium Dean Mark Matsumoto.
Will the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Engineering please rise? Chancellor Leland, I am honored to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Engineering.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you your baccalaureate degree with all the insignia, rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Bachelor's degree recipients, please proceed to the stage as your row is dismissed.
Presenting the bachelor's degree recipients from the School of Engineering. Graduates, please remain seated until your row is invited to the stage. Eileen Theodosia Alton, Christian Gabriel Castillo, Daniel Suryani, Emery Silberman, Taylor Mizusawa, Lionel Milan, Nestor Teodoro Chavez, Stephen Dunn, Philip Loftus, Cody Christopher Fong, Rodrigue Bautista, Christopher Ryan Chin Cruz, Jasmine Nguyen, Jay Chua, Anna Lee, Anne Sophie Tweed Nguyen, Joshua Chun, Leo Vang, Jordan Lieblick, Shantae Clinton, Raj Gandhi, Alejandro Barragan, Uriel Ruiz, George Bachawati Morales, Brian Gonzalez, Jonathan Pond, Tyson Lamb, Landon Becker, Christian A. Castro, Carlos Nunez, Miguel Angel Medina Perez, Adolfo Duran, Jonathan Abraham Ramirez, Lucio Perez, Saul Jimenez, Gerardo Rojas Alvarado, Luis Jimenez Lopez, Leo Garcia Caballero, Monse Ortega, Thomas Bankowski, Jonathan Stephen Ramirez, Anwar Kanchali, Jarrett Avitia, Francisco Torres, Luis Ricardo Menendez, Jason Marshall Dwell, Harkanwalpreet Sodi, Riley Beckett, Stephen Changfi Chan, Javier Vargas, Andrew David McDonald, Sabrina Samaniego, Victor Lee, Dui Ho, Charlie Gonzalez, Edgar Lozano, Brian Galindo, Natalie Vidales, Jared Pete Gallegos, Brian Javier Deloro Sr., Mahak Saini, Cody Kanap Sargoni, Nicholas Daniel Magyari, John Cronin, Gustavo Abel Cruz, Bradley Frank, Michael Aids, Robin Paldy, James Rosenberg, Rodolfo Duran Contreras, Joseph Silva, Oscar D.C. Huang, Joseph C. Serrano, Jose Alcala,
Juan Guerra,
Adolfo Gonzalez, Brian Moreau, Michael Brian Chu, Mauricio Magdaleno, Justin Nguyen, Graham Baird, Adrian Gonzalez, Luis Ortiz, Eduardo Jr. Hernandez, Michael Brooks, Esteban Perez, Brandon Tran, Fosakrit Manikalak, Joshua Christian Perez, Dre Murray, Alexis Avila, Noe Martinez, Belen Padilla, Jonathan Luna, Karen Tercios, Isabella Domi, Marlena Rubin, Jessica Palmer, Jamie Christine De Montano Balanza, Stephanie Karen Gimbel, Alan Chio, Diane Martinez, Edith Duran Robles, Socorro Jr. Martinez, Elvin Pimentel, Arturo Guzman Jr., Eduardo Rojas Flores, Marlo Ocampo, Reef Aldeafle, Alexander Crossdale, Bhupinder Singh Gill, Brandon Tyler Mejia Emerson, Andrew John Acejo de los Santos, Deo Halili, Mark Renzo Santiago, Thomas Sellinger, Huey Vu, Benjamin Truong,
Elbron Pataviri,
John Hayes, Hugh Van Camp, Noor Ahmad, Joshua Tabamina, Diego Salas, Jesse Lynn,
Jordan Brinkley,
Angel Martinez, Trenton Kyle Vanolia, Scott Walker, Hunter Drobenair, Alejandro Molina, Kyle Oldham, Ezequiel Contreras, Aaron Sun, Micah Alejandre, Joseph Kutlerick, Raul Nunez, Victor Gonzalez Garcia, Onawit Tokem, Navaran Man, Kevin Martinez, Kyle Barcenas, Christopher Lopez, Isaac Montez, Laura Blazik, Tyvon Ross, Angel Moran Sepulveda II, Citlali Pina, Brandon Baswell, Andres Londoño, Alan Murillo, Daniel Ernesto Vasquez, Nathan Hunsick, John Leong, Nikhil Kiran, Shravan Kanchi Radhakrishna, Elizabeth Arakawa, Tammy Ho, Miguel Lopez Gordiano, Donald Quach, Alejandro Bunag, Yongyi Phoebe Guan, Omi Her, Jonathan Diaz, Jing Liang, Bernie Dela Cruz Gabriel, Jonathan O'Neill Diaz, Bradley Cole, Thomas Arakaki, Jonathan Rodriguez, Marek Abarca, Alan Manuel Ochoa, Jessica Roque, Jared Lip, Aaron San Jose, Mark Mercado, Alex Wynn, Jessica Colomer Saucedo, Vikas Pudagunta, Irvin Rodriguez, Amar Saini, Twinkle Mystery, Jorge Luis Aparicio, Tyler Luis Silvera, Christopher Doan, Joseph Taylor Ikuta, Jake Moran, Cyrus Sung, Forrest Ye, Jacob Clark, Scott Tanaka, Robert Jeffrey Ellers, Devon Bernard Ogles, William Miller, Brian Johnson, John Ronald Abad, Victoria Uen Man, Fernando Luevanos, Connie Lim, Luis Elizalde, Alisa May Rangham, Gregory Edward Crawford, Richard Ho, Edith Padilla, Edward Namhyun Kim, Andrew Ocampo Pineda, Arturo Luna, Ravina Heer, Adrian Modesto Villegas, Carter R. Brown, Sebastian Rodriguez, Aiden Jacobson, Armando Casillas, Nicholas Walters, Corey Aaron Mercer, David Joshua Manning, James No, Roberto Nava. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of baccalaureate degree recipients from the School of Engineering. Please join us in congratulating our newest baccalaureate degree recipients.
Okay, there is one last thing to do. And so for those of you who recently received your baccalaureate degrees, you now get to turn your tassels as a sign that you have graduated. So to all the graduates here today, turn your tassels. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. Our final speaker today represents the nearly 8,000 graduates of the Merced campus. Keith Ellis, class of 2012, is currently serving his second consecutive term as president of the UC Merced Alumni Association. Keith works in disability support services for Cosumnes River College and received his Master of Arts in Higher Education Leadership and Policy Studies from California State University, Sacramento. During his years on campus, he served on ASUCM, the Lambda Alliance, and the Prodigy newspaper. I am pleased to present Keith Ellis to provide remarks on behalf of the UC Merced alumni. Keith.
Thank you. I'm proud to be here representing the UC Merced Alumni Association as board president. UC Merced is a community where you will always have friends, colleagues, peers, mentors, advisors, and a network of support on which to grow and develop. Within that community is the UC Merced Alumni Association Network, which encompasses nearly 8,000 Bobcats. At this moment in time, and for the first time, I am excited to share that with the addition of the class of 2017, there are now more UC Merced alumni than current students. UC Merced is a journey that began with steps across Scholars Lane Bridge through the beginning sculpture and continues as a lifelong relationship with your alma mater. Throughout your journey, we encourage you to get involved and stay engaged supporting our institution and its mission for many decades to come. Your support may be through leadership, advocacy, or philanthropy. Many of you have demonstrated your commitment to support the 2017 class gift that will pave the future of UC Merced with Bobcat bricks. UC Merced is home, a home that will always welcome you back with open arms. And the UC Merced Alumni Association will always be your community of support no matter where your journey takes you. Many ask me, what does it mean to be an alum? And I proudly respond that at UC Merced, an alum is someone who will always love UC Merced. I proudly believe that this is my Merced, this is your Merced, this is our Merced, and this is our home. We are UC Merced together. We are Bobcats forever. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and I hereby welcome you as a lifetime member of the UC Merced Alumni Association. Let the journey continue.
Thank you, Keith. I now have the great pleasure of introducing alumna Brooklyn Edwards, class of 2009, to perform the UC Merced alma mater, My Merced. The lyrics can be found inside the front cover of your program.
In the soil a dream was planted, in the rich earth just a seed. The ground was tilled so tenderly to cultivate the best in me. And the seed grew to a garden as far as I can see. She welcomed me with open arms that gave life to my dreams. Her lantern's light shines so bright for the world to see. My Merced, UC Merced, my Merced, from a sea.
Thank you, Brooklyn, and thank you to everyone for joining us to mark this momentous occasion. We ask that you please remain seated while the Grand Marshal and the official party and the faculty and graduates recess out of the venue and through the iconic Beginnings statue behind you. As Mr. Ellis mentioned moments ago, many of you began your UC Merced journey with a walk through that statue, Beginnings. This morning, as you make your way back through, let your hard-earned knowledge and fond memories of UC Merced guide you as you embark on whatever your next journey leads. While you may be leaving campus today, remember, you will always have a home, at UC Merced. And once again, on behalf of all of us on the podium and stage today, congratulations. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.